We now proceed to remarks from chief guests, Shri Keshavendra Kumar IS and Dr. Harish Nadkarni. Dr. Harish Nadkarni, the CEO of the National Accreditation Board for Hospitals and Healthcare Providers, NABH, which is the constituent board of the Quality Council of India, set up to establish and operate accreditation programs for healthcare organizations. With over 25 years of clinical experience as a gynecologist and obstetrician, Dr. Nadkarni also possesses quality management qualifications. He has been a lead assessor for ISO 9000, Six Sigma Black Belt, and has been trained in various methodologies of quality management. He has executed several projects with Six Sigma methodologies related to healthcare sector, service, and manufacturing sectors. As CEO of the NABH, Dr. Nadkarni's work has helped establish the organization as the apex national healthcare accreditation and quality improvement body, functioning at par with global benchmarks. We invite Dr. Nadkarni to kindly address the esteemed audience.
Thank you very much. I have a special talent. I bring programs back on time by the brevity of my speech. I don't have much chance of doing so when I am the first speaker. Thank you. I had also given this speech for printout and I thought everybody will have it and we can all read it silently and I just say thank you at the end. But it does not seem to have happened. I don't see any papers there. So let me thank the organizers of this event for this honor by giving me opportunity to address this august audience of the young by age but not so young in their competence. With my salutations to the dignitaries today, I would like to address few points pertaining to the theme of this year's Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance, as you know, is the faculty of perceiving things beyond the sensory perceptions and looking into future. Let's take a look at the healthcare system as it is within our sensory percept. Word healthcare, though refers to health, also refers indirectly to ability to work, ability to attend school, ability to produce economically profitable activity, prosperity, improvement in national competitiveness, and in simple terms, plain prosperity. Therefore, high quality healthcare system with appropriate financing mechanisms reduces incidences of catastrophic and impoverishing expenditures. Healthcare today in India is one of the most fragmented industries with various stakeholders going in different directions. There exists a vast gap between what is desired and even at its most basic level and what really exists. The dream of high quality healthcare is therefore far away. Approach over the years to begin with have been regulatory, intervention of judiciary, some voluntary initiatives to provide desirable healthcare services to the population of the country. Healthcare basically should not therefore discriminate by financial status, gender, geographic locations, etc. etc. I would like to highlight few of the approaches taken by main current government making it a priority. Launch of Prime Minister Jan Arogya Yojana, popularly known as Ayushman Bharat, and allied and healthcare professional bills passed this week are going to have major impact on healthcare scenarios in the country. All big initiatives appear small in the beginning but are likely to grow up hugely. Ayushman Bharat today, on today's date, has verified beneficiaries of 7.5 lakh, sanctioned pre-authorization amount of 400 crores and total claims submitted of more than 2 lakhs and settled. Among the registered HCOs, the private hospitals are about 15,000 plus, which is 27% of the total registered, and 14,000 out of these 15,000, 14,000 have self-registered without any push in this scheme, whereas there are 42,000 public hospitals, which forms about 73% of registered HCOs. UP has maximum, which is about 3,000. Bihar and Maharashtra came to about 1,600. Rest, Gujarat, etc. are about 1,000, whereas least being Andaman, Nicobar, Puducherry, Goa. 11% of these hospitals are NABH accredited or certified, and the government is giving them 10% incentive if they are certified to NABH and 15% if they are accredited. These incentives are also being looked into of what are justifiable or can they be increased by the government. Efforts in healthcare quality in India as systems approach started with implementation of ISO 9000 in late 90s. That was the only approach available to healthcare organizations, and NABH as an accreditation was initiated through the efforts of government. And it may be to your surprise that it was Ministry of Tourism which initiated, because of export of medical services was an important subject there, and it was thought that accreditation forms an important part of selling of services globally. And therefore NABH was created as a part of Board of Quality Council of India in May 2006, and the first edition of the standard was launched in December 2006. It was under the able leadership of Girdhar Gyaniji, who was the Secretary General at that time. Over the years we have got many editions, and the current one being fourth one, it will be revised in 2020 as per our commitment to ISQA, which has accredited NABH as an internationally certified and forming to the global benchmarks. Over the years, NABH has grown from mere single-digit accredited organization, accrediting body, to current number, which is well over 700, and under the certification launch about 3 years ago, there are 4,000 applications under process. NABH today conducts more than 3,000 assessments in a year and intends to scale it up to more than 20,000 in next 1 year. A few initiatives we have already started. A question is put to me many times, whether accreditation is whole of quality and should we stop there? Of course not. Accreditation forms one of the basis. It is like plinth or pile foundation. Unfortunately, this pile foundation is taken by organizations after they are up and running. That makes it extremely painful, no less than a surgery without anesthesia. One of the stakeholders in this is also the consultants, and we have started registering consultants for the first time through our sister boards NBQP and NABT, and intend to upgrade them so that they form one of the important stakeholders in improving healthcare quality over the years. That was one of the grey areas in the whole system, and it is being addressed now. Over the years, I hope that HCOs, which are currently restricting themselves to accreditation. Accreditation is like going to gymnasium and showing off your physique. You show off that certificate which has a marketing ability. It also has an impact on putting things in order. If you go through NABH clauses and standards, most of the things are what organization should have been doing anyway, but was not doing. That makes it very painful to implement at the initial stage. Once put in the system, I have not seen any organization abandoning accreditation, because it really, they find that it is genuinely helpful in keeping things under control in the complex running of hospitals. Over the years, I feel that organization will progress to advanced quality management techniques. Some of you may be exposed to them currently, such as analytics, control charts, quality function deployment, right throughput yield concepts. Many of the new initiatives of data analytics using Bayesian statistics, predictive analysis, Mahalanobis-Taguchi systems, and among hardware, the Internet of Things is likely to have massive impact in decades to come on healthcare. Already statistical analysis of 1600 parameters is being done by Cigna in USA to have predictive healthcare and giving incentives and support to individuals to use various packages to reduce their healthcare risks in future based on their current parameters. Quality of healthcare has been addressed under various definitions and models. First one, as you all know, is Donabedian in 1966, which stated for the first time structure, process and output. This model itself made it clear that only structure is not going to get you where you want to go. So therefore, putting huge amounts of infrastructure cannot be expected to have automatic improvement in the outcome unless the way healthcare is addressed is looked into. Next was the approach of Committee of Quality of Healthcare of the Institute of Medicine in US, which defined quality as the degree to which healthcare services for individuals and populations increase the likelihood of desired health outcomes and are consistent with the current professional knowledge. It has 6 dimensions of quality: safety, effectiveness, patient-centric approach, timeliness, efficiency and equity. Equity lately has become a very important aspect in addition to patient safety of a parameter of quality. It was also noted by management experts such as Michael Porter that current healthcare system cannot support these achievements, and trying harder is not necessarily going to get better results. WHO also had defined integrated people-centric approach to health system, where people have equal access to quality of healthcare services that are composed in such a way that it meet their life care needs. All such systems aim at outcomes that include longer lives, better quality, and improving capacity to function. It is a system which is importantly mentions that healthcare professionals also should not feel threatened while delivering the healthcare services, a point which has become lately quite important in our country. Coming years, hopefully, we will see more integrated approach of healthcare through coordination among various agencies. The number of ministries that itself deal with healthcare will be surprising. If you know, there are at least 15 to 17 ministries which deal with some aspect of healthcare, including the railways. They have their own hospital. Ministry of Labour deals with ECHS, in addition to Ministry of course, Health and Family Welfare. Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers deals with drugs as well as medical equipment. To come back again, Ayushman Bharat, I feel, will address this task as an equalizer. It will also bring private healthcare units and public healthcare units on the same platform. So you cannot say that public healthcare is below par or not as desirable just because it is public system. It will be on par with both. Our country has provided healthcare professionals to the world. Health system in every developed nation is ably supported by the medical and nursing professionals who have received their initial training in this country. I think it is time for us to provide the world with competent healthcare professionals, healthcare management professionals, and I hope that this task will be ably handled by the institutions such as yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nadkarni, for the address.